Hey, this is Darren LaCroix with another Get Paid to Speak tip. It's all about the titles. The title is everything. So many people just nonchalantly put together a title, and I just think, just because you know a thought or an idea doesn't mean it should be the title. You need to give it time, energy, and effort, because what is it costing you? What could your title be costing you? Well, number one, let's just say you're a corporate presenter. You're not even a business of speaking, get paid public speaker presenter. You're a corporate presenter. And you're going to have a program about the new benefits, the changes to the benefits. And you have a title like New Changes to Benefits Program. Or you have a title, The 3 Ways the New Benefit Program Will Affect Your Next Paycheck. Ooh, what a difference. See, I think one of the ways it costs you in not having a great title is, number one, receptivity. Meaning, how receptive is the audience? Meaning, what's the mindset they bring before they sit and listen to you? So if they're prepared to be bored, and not really thinking of what it means to them or what it could mean to them, you don't have as receptive an audience. So it's a little bit more difficult for you to create that connection. I also think attendance. Now, even if it's a mandatory corporate meeting, well, some people have another important conference call they got to be on. So I think you'd have more people. So I think it affects your receptivity, it affects attendance. And as a keynote speaker, your bookings. Meeting planners and event planners are going to use your title and your description in their newsletter or in their brochure about the upcoming convention, or online, obviously. So the better, the more compelling your title is, the more likely they are to choose you, the more likely they are to, again, have it in their brochure or online so it can get more butts in the seat. So there, too, it will not only affect your bookings, but the more people who will be in front of you. So take important time with titles. Now, often you hear a lot of my successes and what works. Well, let's talk about some of my mistakes and some of my failures. When a few years ago, I created this program called The Anatomy of an Audience. So this was a multiple 3 CD set. I got together with myself and the other world champions, and it was the follow-up to Speaking Secrets of the Champions. And this was where 7 world champions sat down to answer the most common questions that we would get in order to connect with that audience. How do we customize outside of Toastmasters in the real world giving presentations? So we came up with this title, Anatomy of an Audience. Ooh, I thought it was so fancy, so fascinating. I couldn't believe I had a product that had anatomy in the title. That was kind of a little bonus for me. But here's what happened. When we launched the product, sales were dismal. And when we realized this, it was a follow-up to the audience who already wanted what we had. It just didn't resonate the way the Speaking Secrets did. And it was the same audience, and it was the follow-up. So we sat back and stepped back and kind of looked at, okay, what does the audience want? And Anatomy of an Audience is not benefit-driven at all. So we changed the title. The content was exactly the same. And we created Connect with Any Audience. Connect with any audience. See, that's more benefit driven, and even though the content was exactly the same, sales were tremendous compared to Anatomy of an Audience. So not just the packaging, but people based on the title. Now, also, I think a place it costs you is clarity. I created this program, which I'm very successful using YouTube, and I actually even tapped into one of my friends, a sales guru who's great with titles, and we got together and we came up with the perfect title. It was benefit driven, it was bottom line driven, and we created the program called You Post It, You Profit. So you post it on YouTube and you profit. If you use these tools and techniques, you would actually earn money the way I do, the way I get sales. So I give you my inside techniques. Here's the problem. When I first came out with it, fortunately I did a short run just to get some feedback, and I had it on the back of the room table and my other tools and products there, and I found that people didn't get it. They would pick it up, they would kind of look at it, not sure, and they would put it back down. And even when I would spend time telling them what it was, it took me a long time to explain it, because I almost had to go back and explain what posting meant. Now, people know what that is on Facebook, but on YouTube, they're thinking upload, not post. So I wasn't using the language of the listener. So because of the confusion, if you Jeffrey Gitomer's sales fan, you know he says a confused mind doesn't buy. Well, that's exactly what was happening. It wasn't clear. So I changed it and made the title YouTube It. Now, YouTube It is a lot clearer than You Post It, You Profit. They get it. They understand, at least intrigued enough. Ooh, you know, I should be on YouTube to want to know more about the program. So now on the table, it does well without any explanation. You know, once in a while we still need to explain a little bit, but here we had to actually overcome a problem that we created by the title. So it's costing you receptivity, attendance, booking, sales, and clarity. Once in a while, I actually do get it right the first time. Get paid to speak by next week. The first time I came up with that title, very benefit driven, very clear what it was helping people do. So my bottom line to you is, if you want to do this as a business, whether it's your programs, your live programs, or your tools, your CDs, your DVDs, your online learning, the title is crucial. Put more time and energy and effort into your title, because if you don't, it's costing you. If you're interested in any of these programs, you can go check them out at www.darrenlacroix.com. If you'd like to get my weekly 52 Get Paid to Speak tips, go to www.52getpaidtospeaktips.com.
Stage time.